What is going on, traders, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Now on this channel, I go over key levels and catalysts that I'm focusing on, along with a watch list of stock tickers that I may trade. Now in this video, I'll be going over my watch list for the trading week of April 3rd, 2023. Let's get to it. First up, the catalyst. On Monday, we have the OPEC virtual meeting, where they'll be discussing the possibility of further supply cuts to shore up oil prices. Tuesday, we get the job openings for February. Wednesday, we get the S&P Composite PMI. And on Friday, the market is closed, so keep that in mind when you're buying your options. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this week's earnings calendar. Wrapping up earnings season, so this calendar is pretty light, but it starts up once again in 2 weeks with banks. But for now, there aren't any tickers that look interesting, so let's go ahead and get started with the watch list. All right, so we're going to start off with the S&P 500 ETF, ticker symbol SPY, and here I have it pulled up on the 4-hour time frame. There's a couple of things that was going on last week that I'll be watching for this week. The first one is volume. Over the last 30 days, the SPY has been averaging around 104 million shares traded, but last week, with an exception of Friday, we were trading around 70% of that. So let's go over to a tool that I had when I was trading shares. So you can see we have the SPY from the 27th through the 31st. If we look at these numbers, you can see 74, 62, 77, 69. And with the exception of Friday, where we went over the 104 million shares traded. So despite these low numbers for the majority of the week, we still went on a nice run. So that gives me reason to, be cautious when it comes to this bullish run. Now, the second thing that I'm going to be watching for is this trend line right here. You can see that it's been holding this trend line since around, March 13th. It bounced off it quite a few times. And right now we're quite a ways away from this trend line. So I wouldn't be surprised if we came back and retested this line this upcoming week. So it could happen. Let's go ahead and zoom back out and take a look at what we're looking at for this upcoming week. Now, right now, the SPY is sitting around $409. In order for me to consider it bullish, it has to stay above 409.50. And if it can, the first level I'm looking for it to test is all the way up here around $417. Now, if we look back, you can see 417 has been resistance quite a few times. All right, so if we run all the way up to 417, 418, I'll be looking to get out of my trades right here. Now on the bearish side, if SPY cannot get above and hold $409.50, the first level I'm looking for to test is 407. If it can't hold that, 403.50. If it can't hold that, all the way down to around 395. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. Up next is Apple, one of the world's largest technology companies, known for its innovative and premium products such as the iPhone, iPad, MacBook, and Apple Watch. Apple is consistently ranked as one of the most valuable companies in the world, with a market cap that has exceeded $2 trillion. Apple employs over 140,000 people worldwide and operates over 500 retail stores in more than 25 countries. Let's take a look at its chart. All right, so here we have Apple, ticker symbol AAPL, pulled up on the 4-hour time frame. Now with the stock sitting around $165, in order for me to consider it bullish, it has to hold 164. If it can, the first level I'm looking for it to test is 172. Now at 172, I'll also be watching this downward trend line. If Apple's price action can break through this trend line and hold $172, if this happens at the end of the day, I would seriously consider swinging some calls into the next day and watching it run all the way up to around 176. All right. Now, if it gets above 176, the next level is going to be around 182.25. Now, on the bearish side, if Apple cannot hold $164, the first level I'm looking for it to test is 160. If it can't hold that, 157. If it can't hold that, all the way down to around 151. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. Up next is Nvidia, an American technology company that specializes in designing and manufacturing advanced graphic processing units, or GPUs, and related hardware and software. The company was founded in 1993 and is headquartered in Santa Clara, California. Nvidia has more than 18,000 employees and is consistently ranked as one of the most innovative companies in the world. In recent years, Nvidia has expanded into new markets such as self-driving cars and edge computing, and has been recognized for its leadership in these areas. Let's go ahead and take a look at its chart. Alright, so here we have Nvidia, ticker symbol NVDA, pulled up on the daily time frame. Now looking at this chart here, you can see Nvidia has been on a nice run since it bottomed out around $108 back in October of 2022. Now with the stock sitting around $278, in order for me to consider it bullish, it has to hold $277. And if it can, the first level I'm looking for to test is around $289.50. Alright. Now, I'm more interested on the bearish side because if you look at this, there's not much consolidation between $280 down to around $236. So if Nvidia cannot hold $277, the first level I'm looking for it to test is around $269.50. If it can't hold that, down to around $262. If it can't hold that, all the way down to around $236. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. Up next is Meta Platforms, a social media and technology company which owns Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Message. Meta's platforms have a combined user base of over 4 billion users. The company also develops and produces hardware products, including the Oculus virtual reality headset, and provides software development tools for virtual and augmented reality applications. Let's take a look at its chart. Alright, so here we have Meta Platforms, ticker symbol META, pulled up on the 4-hour time frame. Now right now the stock is sitting around $212. In order for me to consider it bullish, it has to stay above $210. And if it can, the first level I'm looking for it to test is around $224. If it gets above that, all the way up to around $236.50. Now on the bearish side, if Meta cannot hold $210, the first level I'm looking for it to test is going to be $200. If it can't hold that, $197. It can't hold that, $193. And if it can't hold that, all the way down to around $182.25. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. And the last one we're going to look at today is Tesla, the American electric vehicle and clean energy company headquartered in Palo Alto, California. Founded in 2003, the company has revolutionized the automotive industry by offering electric vehicles that have a greater range and performance than many traditional gas-powered cars. Tesla is also a major player in clean energy by offering energy storage solutions for residential and commercial use, as well as solar panels and solar roofs that generate renewable energy. Let's take a look at its chart. Okay, so here we have Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA, pulled up on the weekly time frame. Now the reason we're watching this one is because the company came out with their first quarter delivery numbers of almost 423,000 units. Now this number represents a 36% increase in deliveries compared to 310,000 reported during the same period last year. So that's bullish. Now with the stock sitting around $207.50, in order for me to consider it bullish, it has to get above 211. If it can, the first level I'm looking for it to test is 230. If it gets above that, all the way up to around $257.50. Now, if for some reason Tesla decides it wants to sell off and it can't hold 211, the first level I'm looking for it to test is 198.25. If it can't hold that, all the way down to around $176.50. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. And that is the end of the video. If you found value, smash that like button and please consider subscribing to the channel. I set up a website at blazestocks.com where I post my videos, screenshots of stocks that didn't make the video, along with personal finance articles. Check it out and bookmark it when you get a chance. Now here's wishing you a prosperous week of trading, and until next week, talk to you later.